We welcome those of you who are tuning into this game tonight. It is a terrific matchup between the Eagles and the Coplands in the playoffs on a day in hockey history. We've received word that Alexander Ovechkin has just broken the all-time NHL goal-scoring record, surpassing Wayne Gretzky only earlier today. So we get to watch a doubleheader in a way, because of the Ovechkin's record breaking, followed by this game here today. And we begin early on in this game, and a great chance for the Coplands off the post. The Eagles currently hold a 1-0 lead in the playoff series, and with a win today, they can advance to the second round of the playoffs. The Coplands currently have the puck, but now George enters the zone, picked off nicely by the Copland defender, but it stays in the zone. It's a 2-on-0 to open up, and they soar! A goal in the first minute for the Emory Eagles. And they are off to a flying start early in this game. Scoring the goal, I believe that was Will, set up by George on a 2-on-0 out in front. A goal like that is huge for an Emory Eagles team that has a bit of a depleted roster today. There are only 9 skaters and 1 goaltender. But they have the 1-0 lead just 1 minute into this game. The puck gets dumped into the Emory Eagle zone. They retrieve it, but it is taken away and it's gone back to them. Turned over along the boards. Emory Eagles play it up the boards, ring around. They're on the other side. And they exit, gain the red line, gain the blue zone. Aton gets in and shoots just wide. Karam's all the way to the other side, and now it's the Copland's turn to pick up the puck at neutral ice, and they will play it up the ice. It is picked off by Aton. Picked off once again by the Coplands. Skated up into the Eagle zone. They get it past first defender, but not the second. A line change going on as the Coplands go back to retrieve the puck. It is very important for the Emory Eagles today, with a shortened bench, that they keep their shifts short in order to keep up their energy throughout the entire full 75-minute period. A pass up in front is picked off, and it's skated up and out of the zone, Emory zone, and now all of a sudden into the Copland zone. They shoot and it's blocked. Up the boards. Played out into the neutral zone, played back in, but offside. Delayed offside is whistled. Everyone tags up for Emory. And it is shot, but not in deep. Coplands carry it back into this offensive zone. They shoot it to tipped, but blocked. Another shot that was nice stick check by George to send the shot wide. They throw it into the middle of the guest from the corner. Now it's playing the other side. Picked off by George as the Copland player couldn't control the puck. Up the boards by George. Center out in front and they score! It is 2-0. Not even 5 minutes into the game. What an unbelievable start for the Emory Eagles on a day where they can clinch a second round meeting. And they take a 2-0 lead. Less than 5 minutes into the game. They must have been watching that Islanders-Capitals game where Ovechkin broke the record and they decided to take his offensive charge. Now they win the face-off and play it and now break it nicely into the offensive zone. Great breakouts from the defensive zone early on by the Emory Eagles. And now they're going to get an offensive zone face-off. So 2 goals. Less than 5 minutes into this game. George Asbury, I believe, if I have my numbers down correct, has 2 assists already. 2 primary assists. Along the boards. Off a stick. Into the slot. That one is blocked. And played back out to neutral ice. Coplands carry it into the Emory zone. What a move there. And a great stick check by Aton to prevent what would have been a 2-on-0. It's played back into the slot. What a great save. And the rebound, that one was sent just wide. Played back into the middle. Another shot coming. That one was missed. And now Emory has a chance to clear it. And they don't get it out. They played into the middle of the ice. But it goes all the way back down. and it's no icing as the Emory Eagles go ahead and make a line change. Boy, that was a very scary turn of events, as the Coplands almost cut the lead in half, and now it's an icing on the Coplands, an offensive zone face-off coming for Emory Eagles. Face-off on the far side. George wins the face-off, carrying it and taking it into the middle of the ice. Good sticks by the Copland defenders, and they chip it to the line but not out. George holds on the line, makes a nice move, shifts and passes. Michael into the corner, plays it around. Number 9 is in the corner. He gets stick check, and now the Copland defender takes the puck away as number 9 falls. Chips it all the way out, and it does get out this time. Played into the defensive zone. Tipped out by Leon. Back into the neutral zone. Gaining the offensive zone is Leon. He gets slashed. George now holds in the corner, but he loses the puck. And now the Copland's turn to once again play it up the boards. Skating back into it is number 88. Nice saucer pass to George. Plays it back, but the Coplands are going to get to the puck first. They dump it in, no icing because they were at the red line. So they retrieve, and now a forecheck. Good forecheck by the Copland, nearly caused a problem, and now it does, and they score! It is 2-1. It is 2-1. Off a great forecheck. And we are 7.5 minutes in. And it is 2-1. Near side. And Eagles carry the puck back in. That shot is wide. Played all the way to the other side. Coplands get to it, and now it's a 2-on-1 as a bad pinch costs an odd man rush. A shot and a great save. That is a terrific save to prevent this game from being tied early after the Eagles built a 2-0 lead. Face off on the far side in the Emory zone, won by the Coplands. They play into the corner and back around behind the net. Battling behind the net. Won by the Eagles. Puck to the near corner. Can they get it out from there? Another board battle in the middle of the ice, but the Coplands can't get a shot. Cycled back into the corner. Now skated up and out of the zone swiftly, and it's a 3-on-2 for the Eagles. They skated up. Paige was now wearing a new jersey. Previously wearing 25. Now she's wearing a light blue 5 jersey. We all love to see that. Skate up back into the Emory zone. Copland zone, rather. That shot was wide. And the Coplands retrieve the puck. All 5 players for the Eagles stay on the ice. George wins a battle. And he retrieves the puck from the boards, but he loses it. He skated back out. And George gets the puck back. Copland defender was trying to make a change, but he had to stay on the ice. There's a good job of stick checking. Now they can go for a change. Aton skates back in behind the net. Lays it up. Near failed clear, and now it is a failed clear. As the Copland defender skates it in, and that shot goes off the stick behind the net. Played into the middle of the ice. 2 defenders on the Copland player. That shot goes off the stick. Played again. Now it's coming out of the zone, and it looks like it's going to be an odd man rush, but George is tired, and that play goes off the stick back into the defensive zone. Played with a stretch pass. George takes it away, and he gets pickpocketed. Puck gets out. A little bit of a sloppy few moments here, but the puck is back into the Copland's defensive zone. A long shot from the point is easily grabbed and stopped by the goaltender. Boy, the goaltender could have frozen, could have just let that puck go. And now there's going to be a face-off in the offensive zone. That's not something you typically see from goaltenders. Usually, when there's no pressure near the net, you'd anticipate that they would just let the puck go to their defenders, but not this time. Coplands win the defensive zone faceoff. Chipped out of the zone. Aton on defense. Plays it in, so I'll lay it offside. Eagles tag up. George maneuvers his way into the zone. Nice curl and drag. Can't get past the third defender, but he still got a shot off. Played on the far side by Lehan. Is he going to wind up for a splash shot? He does, and it goes off the stick. George in the middle of the ice. That is where you want George all the time. That's where he is the most dangerous. He is a terrific playmaker, and he nearly got a goal, got himself a goal there. And his third point of the first period. Now he's going to take the faceoff on the far side. And he wins the faceoff, but the Coplans get to it first. Aton does a good job of getting the puck, but it's an offside as he tried to carry the puck back into the zone, but the Eagles couldn't tag up in time. 10 minutes into the first period, it is a 2-1 lead. This is a good start. Face off on the near side at the blue line for the Coplands. Won by the Eagles. It's going to be dump no carried into the zone. Along the boards. Pivots. Plays it back to George. George now goes up the boards. Can't win the puck, but now he gets it back. Played it back to number 9. Gets it back, but it's off a stick. Retrieved by the Coplands. They skated up the ice and out of their zone. Gaining the offensive zone now. It's chipped into the far boards behind the net. Played into the middle of the ice, but no one was there. Eagles come up with the puck, and now it's their turn to skate it up. But it's played back onto the blue line, and the Eagles will chip it and go for a change. Skating it in quickly are the Coplands. That's a shot that goes off the glove and just wide. Stick battle with Sarah, and now the Coplands retrieve the puck. Won by the Eagles on that board battle. Played up the boards and turned over. Boy, the Eagles have a few chances to get the puck out of their zone, and they fail. And now a penalty is coming up as the Copland player was tripped. And they're going to get a 2-minute power play and have an opportunity to tie this game up at 2 apiece. Number 88 will go to the penalty box. And this all would have been avoided if they were able to make a pass up the ice earlier in that shift. Face off on the near side. Won by the Coplands, but it's the Eagles who retrieve the puck. They do get it out of the zone. Good chip by number 21. Skated nicely into the offensive zone. Chipped past one defender and past the second. And now cycling in behind the net. Now to the point, a long shot. That goes just wide. Near boards. Played back to the point. Carrying it is number 66 for the Coplands. That shot missed just wide. It was a well-placed shot. And now it's not cleared. Shot into the middle of the ice. And that is a great save. And goalie give up a rebound. But it's the Eagles who will skate up the ice shorthanded. Aton skates in. Still maintains the puck. Shot that was blocked by the Coplander defender number 66. Skate up the ice. It's a 1-on-2 though. Even though they're on the power play. And the puck comes back out of the ice. Good awareness. Positional awareness by the Eagles defenders. Now it's chipped past. Another shot. Great save by the goalie. In the corner now. And it's taken away by Lehan, but he plays it behind the net. And they don't get it out. That's a shot and a great save on a rebound. Corner battle. Back to the point. Another shot coming in, and it goes in! The long shot found its way into the net. On the power play, the Coplands have tied this game at 2 apiece with 10 minutes left in the first period. Eagles a little sloppy as far as clearing the pucks today, so far in this game. So we're all level at 2 apiece after the Eagles built a 2-0 lead 5 minutes into this game. it only took 10 minutes for the Coplands to catch them. On a day where they can advance to the second round with a win. But they will need to battle through this now and find a way to pull it off as the game progresses. Nice little stick handles. Number 88 gains the zone. And he shoots that. Oh, look at that. That was a great save, and it almost goes in. Corner battle is won and behind the net. Number 9 skates out, pivots away from the defender, tries to play it out, but the Copland defender fails to get it out. It's rung around the boards. On the corner, tried to get to George, but the goalie with a great awareness of stick got it. Michael shoots it, and is there a penalty coming? There might be a penalty. Or was it a hand pass? I'm guessing it was a hand pass. Yeah, it is a hand pass. I apologize. So the face-off is going to come all the way down into the Eagles' defensive zone. Won by the Coplands. Shot in behind the net. That one was just wide. They try to make a play, but again, they can't clear the zone. And that shot, wow, that was a great shot near the glove side. It just missed the net. Played into the slot. And now the Eagles skate up with it, and they lose the battle, but the puck does come out of the zone. Coplands tip it out into the blue line. They try and maneuver it. They have to regroup in the defensive zone. Serenier lose that battle. That puck is chipped out nicely by Page. Handled and flung out. It's number 21. He shoots that. Easy save by the goalie. Number 21's got himself a goal in this game. He scored the first goal tonight. Or should I say today? Face-off will be on the near side as that shot came from the near side. And the Coplands win the face-off. Skated quickly into the defensive zone. Sarah gets beat, and a shot, and it's score! It is 3-2 Coplands. And what a celly that is. What a celly that is as they pick up a rebound in the blue paint. And now they have the lead, 3-2, after being down 0-2 early in this game. That was a terrific power move. They skated quickly into the zone, beat the defender, and now they have themselves a lead. George enters the zone. That was a high, hard shot that just missed. Goalie made a save. Now it's played. George in the slot. He backhands that one. Played back to the point. 88's got it. He's going to try a long wrist shot. That gets blocked. Far side to Michael. Corner battle. And number 9 holds on to the puck. Still in the battle. Still in the mix. And it's won by the Coplands, but George tries to get to the puck. Copland skated up and out. With some speed now. They've been entering the zone with terrific speed in this game. That one just missed. George cradles the puck nicely. Plays it bank pass up the boards that misses Aton, and it's going to be an icing on the Eagles. That play is offside, so the face-off will come all the way back. One back by the Coplans. However, it's the Eagles who get the puck. A long shot there, tipped by Page wide. Played around behind the net by 21. 88. Great pass across to Page. She shoots and it's a save. Boy, she could have one-timed that if she was able to maintain the puck better. But that was a terrific shot. Terrific pass, and an even better save. Another face-off in the offensive zone for the Eagles. This time Page wins the face-off. Back to the point. Held dangerously along the blue line. That shot goes blocked wide. Up the boards. Backhanded out, and it's going to be a break for the Copland player. And that's a terrific save. That is a terrific save as the Emory Eagle defender got beaten by that stretch pass. And that's a terrific save on the backhand. Skated back up into the Copland zone. That is a hard snap shot. That is blockered aside by the goalie. Terrific action we're seeing in this first period. 5 goals in 22 minutes for both teams. And good rush chances both ways. Puck gets dumped back in. Defender back to play it. Off George's stick, but it was still offside. And he's complaining a little bit, it looks like. He's in a bit of disbelief as he felt like everyone has tagged up. And the faceoff is going to come back into the blue line. Interesting. They were originally taking the faceoff back into the Eagles' defensive zone, but I guess the refs agreed with George. And they win the faceoff and enter the zone quickly. George takes the puck, wins the physical battle, still hanging on to the puck, plays it across, but there was no one there. However, the Eagles, now Aton Pitt plays the puck into the middle. The guys tries to looking for George, but as Emery's Copland stick was ready, now it's skated back up into the Copland's offensive zone, and that shot gets flung wide of the net. George carries the puck. Now it's played into the slot. George is there. Oh, that's a great save. And goaltender was down and out, but the Eagles couldn't get a stick on the puck. And there's something going on at the net. George was involved. George involved the goalie, and now a Copland player comes in. I didn't see what happened, but I saw George on the ice. The Copland netminder doing something, and now George is yelling at the netminder. Is he going to get 2 minutes? I think he's still working the bench, and it looks like he is going to get a penalty. Actually, it's going to be 4-on-4, as the defender for the Coplands, who skated in, is also going to get a penalty for yapping at George. So there will be 4 skaters aside, and I think this would benefit the Eagles because with the short bench that they've got, they have more. They can rest more guys for longer periods of time. That wasn't interesting though. I was looking away as the puck was going down the ice, and I saw Jordan. And now it looks like is it going to be a 4-on-3 power play? It looks like there's a second player for the Coplands going to the box. So it appears as though the Eagles will get a power play. George, their best player, is unavailable for 2 minutes, for the last 2 minutes of this game. Or not the game, the period. So it is going to be a 5-on-4 power play. 2 coincidentals dealt to George and one of the Copland players. One offsetting one, I believe, was to the goalie, and is being served. I would imagine, judging by that confrontation. So face-off is going to be in the near side to the Emory zone. And there's a delay here as the Emory bench door has not been shut yet. And the time has been stopped as they'll look to presumably add some time to the clock. So they have 39.7 seconds to work with to try and tie this game in this first period. They'll still have a lengthy power play. But the Copland skate out with it, and it's into the offensive zone. Great stick battle by number 21 to get that puck and prevent what could have been an odd man rush. Now they skate quickly in the zone. There's 20 seconds to work with in this first period. Pass in the middle of the ice. Here's 21. Great battle there by the Copland defenders. Aton has to just ring it around the boards, and the Copland defenders are going to retrieve the puck. They fling it up, but not out. It's played 5 seconds to work with. They got to get a shot. They shoot it just wide in the corner, and now it's cleared. And that is the first period. So the Eagles build a 2-0 lead less than 5 minutes into this first period. But all of a sudden, a surge by the Coplands. And now they have a 3-2 lead. And the Eagles will have to be sitting there questioning themselves. What happened? How did we give up 3 unanswered goals with such a lead? But there are still 2 periods left of hockey to play. And they're going to have 1 minute and 51 seconds of power play time. And we are set for the second period. The Eagles are on a 1 minute and 51 second power play. And it is won by the Coplands and cleared back down the ice. So offsetting minors to George and one other player on the Coplands, and I believe a penalty on the goaltender, which is what has given the Eagles this power play. An altercation in front of the net. And the Copland forwards is doing a great job of killing time, and now they can dump it back in the zone. 1:23 left on this power play. Michael played up that pass, so attempt was blocked. Skated back into the ice by number 88. He shoots that one. Blocker to side into the corner. Played, but the pass was fanned on. Thrown into the slot, but the Copland defender does a great job of tying the stick up, and it's played back down. They're making it look simple, and now the Eagles goalie has to freeze the puck thanks to that great skater being played by the forward, and it's going to be a defensive zone face-off, which could end this power play with 45 seconds left. The face-off in the Eagles' defensive zone. One back. Shot there that bounces wide. And now the Eagles have one more rush, and they'll just fire that puck, and it hits someone on the bench. Looks like it hit someone in the hand. Hopefully he's okay. But that's going to finish this power play. There's 10 seconds left. And this face-off is going to come all the way back down. So, an uneventful conclusion to this power play. Good face-off. And the Copland player steps out of the box. It's 5-on-5 once again. George and the Copland defender number 6 are still serving their offsetting minors at the end of the first period. Played into the zone, but not deep. Back in the neutral zone. Retrieved by the Eagles. They'll work their way up. Stopped along the boards. And it gets out into the neutral zone. Skated in by number 21. 20 driving to the net. Stick check. 21 takes it around behind the net. No one there though, so it's an easy clear and easy ring around for the Coplans, but they failed to get this one out. Played in the neutral zone. Shot. And 21 shoots it. And it's a good save by the netminder. Line change going on. Aton has to backhand the puck. It's taken back away. And now it's an odd man rush as the Eagles get caught in that line change. But to no harm. And they play the puck into the zone, and they'll get the rest of the guys off. Fresh legs here. Can't handle the puck. Aton skates it back. Nicely avoids, but he loses the puck. And that's a great save. Boy, Eagles a little sloppy so far to start this game, despite their strong start. Skated in by Page nicely. Holds on the backhand. Tries to stuff it in, but the puck rolled off her stick. She's got the puck back now. Lays it back to the point. Sarah shoots. That one was blocked. Sarah backhands. Retrieved. And Sarah keeps it into the line. Boy, that's a poor clear. Poor clears both ways. In the corner. They try to fire it up in the set play. But they can't get it past the Emory defender. Played in. It's offside. Delayed offside. As the Coplans will hold the puck. And they'll just fire it down. Boy, that's a needless icing. That's a needless icing by the Coplans. I know what they're trying to do with the set play, but there was really no one on the near side of the ice for them. So the faceoff will come all the way back down. Emory Eagles will try to get the right players on the ice. George and number 6 for Copland get out of the penalty box for the first time after serving their offsetting minors. And George is on the ice now, and he will take this face-off. And he wins it. But it's the Coplands who skate out of the zone, and it's a 3-on-1. Pass, and that one was shot just wide. That was a terrific opportunity on a 3-on-1 to increase the lead to 2. And that was missed. Skated back into the zone. Good play there by George to stick. That's a sharp angle shot. Has stopped. Played rung around the boards, but in the middle zone, tipped, but not at the net. Number 9's along the wall. He gets the puck, gets it to George, skates it into the zone. He's surrounded by 3, loses the puck, and now number 9 gets a shot. And they skated back up the ice, and it looks like it's a 3-on-2 with number 11 for the Coplans joining in late. That long shot, I don't think they realized it was a 3-on-2. And now George carries the puck up into the offensive zone once again, surrounded by 4 this time. He pushes the defender aside and gets it on net. That is a good play by number 2 for Blue to win the physical battles. And now get it on net and create an offensive zone faceoff. We are 7 minutes into the second period. It is 3-2 in favor of the Coplands. In case you're just joining us, the Eagles scored 2 goals in the first 5 minutes, but the Coplands have sworn back and scored 3 goals in the first period. And now they hold the lead. No goals scored so far in the second period. Left point is Aton. Carries it in behind the net. Looked like he's trying to do a lacrosse move for a second there, but to no avail. Gets back to the puck. That one gets past Sarah, and the Eagles will have to regroup as the puck goes all the way in the zone, but it's an icing call, and the faceoff is going to come all the way back down. Honestly, I thought that was Aton passing it, but I guess my eyes must be deceiving me. And again, if we look at the Eagles bench, there are only 5 players on the bench. So, relatively short roster. for the Eagles. So it's important that their shifts aren't too long so that they can maintain good energy throughout the entire game. That puck exits the zone, and it's an offside because number 21 was hitting the hand by the puck. He seems okay though. Face off at the blue line. Paige wins the face-off. Again, she's donning a new number 5 and a new blue jersey. Always love to see that. Left point. Attempted slap shot ends up into the corner behind the net. Play on the left side, not out. Great takeaway by number 21. He's been around it today. He gets a shot away and he gets a good shot and a good save. And now he's having words with the defender. I'd imagine the Coplin defender is trying to stand up for his netminder for getting tapped at by 21. But he's had a good game. He's got a goal tonight, and he's had some pretty good chances. He's been handling the puck pretty well. Coplin will attempt to make a change here. One face-off there along the boards. George handles it, caresses it nicely to himself off the side of the net. Taken by, he falls. Top defender, he falls. And now Sarah holds it right point. Gets in the way. George almost gets a chance. He was in the slots, but he couldn't hold the puck. And now it's swatted back in, and it's going to be on net. So no icing here. The goalie plays into the corner. It's taken away. That's not a great play by the goalie, to be honest, with no one back. And now Aton loses the puck in behind the net. And the Coplins take possession. Played up. Skate up by George. Fanned attempt on the backhand, and now it's skated into the offensive zone. Number 6 for Coplin. Gets it and shoots, and he scores! It is 4-2. It is 4-2 for the Coplins. Really tough puck possession and decision making in the defensive zone. The neutral zone has cost them, and now it's a 2-goal deficit after starting the game with a 2-goal lead. It's got to be better communication. And now it's skated in again. They're going to try. It goes off a stick and nearly into the net. Played into the corner. Skated at number 9 for Coplin's got it. Now it's behind the 2 guys on 1, and they can't get the puck away from the Coplin players. Played to the left point, run back around the boards. Coplins retrieve it, and they play to the other side once again, and now they're going to have a good chance to shoot here. Number 76 can't hold the puck. It's tipped. It gets through and it gets tipped, but just wide. Left point. All the way around to the other side. Coplin players there. Good offensive zone shift here by the Coplins as they play it up, and now it's chipped out. Skated back out into the neutral zone. Played along the dasher. Line change going on. And it's shot back in. And they need to get it clear for sure, as they're getting very tired, the Eagles are. And here's a shot that goes way over the net. That was a great position to shoot from. Played by George. He's going to skate it up. He's looking for a player to pass to. And now they get into the zone. It's a 3-on-2. And they can't handle the puck. Backhand pass by George all the way to the left point. It's uncovered. And the Coplins retrieve it. Good battle there by number 23, Lee. But he loses the battle. And it's cleared all the way out. It is an icing. I thought the Eagles player touched the puck, or at least had the opportunity to, but now we are halfway through this second period, and a 2-goal lead is turned to a 2-goal deficit. We got an offensive zone faceoff coming. George is going to stay on the ice despite having a long shift. All 4 players for Eagles just off the bench. One back. Up the boards, but not out. Played in the middle of the ice, and the netminder is going to freeze the puck, and that's a smart play because now the Coplans have an opportunity to change up if need be. But it looks like all 5 players are going to stay. And this one's going to be an icing once again. George on the faceoff once again. He loses the faceoff again. They try to reverse, but the Eagles take possession. George at the point. He takes a wrist shot just wide. It might have gone off of someone in front. There were 3 players in front. Sarah keeps at the right point, rings it back around. Looking to lift up the stick, and they get it, and they bring it back around. Left point, Aton pinches. Great pinch to keep it along the boards and keep it in the zone, but it's going to come. Now it's played the other side, and here's as they're going to get out. And George blocks the clear attempt, but it's skated back out. And lost there, and George retakes it, gets a stick tied up, and it's finally played in deep enough for the Coplans to make a player change. Board battle is lost. Eagles struggling with clearing attempts and communication defensive zone, getting that puck out. Now skated back up into the neutral zone, now into the offensive zone. George there, he shoots that cleanly caught in the glove by the Copland defender. There are 10.5 minutes left in this period. In case you're just joining us, Emory built a 2-0 lead 5 minutes in this game. But the Coplans have turned it around, and they have scored 4 unanswered goals. 3 in the first and 1 in the second. Face-off won by the Coplans. Rung around the boards. Michael was turning the wrong way. Otherwise, he could have had an opportunity to keep that in, but it's another icing. I guess if you're the Coplans, you'll take that because you're just killing the clock here, as it is continuous time ticking. We're down to 9:45. Another face-off here. That one goes on net, and the goalie freezes. No changes made. Another face-off. Puck goes to the middle. Poke checked away. Rung around the boards. And it goes out. Michael was backing out. And now it's going to be an odd man rush here as they skate into the zone. And the pass just behind the Copland player who was rushing up the ice. Stretched out. Up into the offensive zone. That shot is blocked. And it's taken back by the Coplans. Getting the zone. And shooting it there. That one changed directions. And the goalie had to make a save, and it's cleared out. This won't be icing. It's not going to go far enough. As the Coplans will regroup in the neutral zone. Rung around. No icing, as it was touched. And stretched back up. It's going to go out of the zone, but the Eagles player couldn't handle the puck. Punched into the zone. Regathered there. And now lost once again. Coplans skated out. Now George picks up the puck off a bad giveaway. A bad rush up the ice. Now it's in the corner. Play to the other side. Lee's there. Michael on the right point is going to try and get a shot through. It goes wide. Goes off a stick, actually. Battle there. And it's played behind the net. And the Eagles get the puck. And they can't get past the defender. And this one is going to come out of the zone. with some speed. Number 88 skates it up and gains speed as he gains 2 zones. Shoots that one that goes off the stick. George pins the puck on the boards. He squirts out. It's a 3-on-2 into the zone, but that's an offside. Whoa! And that shot was a little late. It actually ended up going off the crossbar and down and out. That would have been some kind of shot if that would have gone in, and it would have been onside. We're down to less than 7 minutes in the second period. In case you're also just tuning into us, Alex Ovechkin has broken the NHL's all-time goal-scoring record, which has been previously held for 31 years by Wayne Gretzky. He broke it, scoring his 895th goal earlier today. George in the zone. That was a weak shot attempt. Puck was not in the wheelhouse. George gets it back. Number 9 in the corner tries to pass to George. It goes play back to the point. Aton whiffs on it. Retrieved by George. A little bit of a miscommunication, tough puck handling in the offensive zone on these opportunities. Played back in the neutral zone, and it gets past Sarah. So this will not be an icing. And played by 21. Aton loses and he skates, and it's a backhand, and it is 5-2. Another mishandled puck. And this time it ends up in the back of their nets. And the lead is now 3 as the Coplans have scored 5 unanswered goals. Boy, he just lost his puck. Eagles had the puck, they lost it in their skates, and it turned into a 2-on-0 in front. And a great backhand shot. And a 3-goal lead must be a huge mountain to climb if you're the Eagles. Copland's trying to keep their season alive. They need a win. And they have built themselves a 3-goal lead late in the second period. This one's going to come out of the zone. Number 20 skates it in. Long, weak shot. The puck was rolling a little bit. Pushed out into the neutral zone. Number 21 wins a stick battle. Paige goes down. Gets back up. Now she's going to come into the zone with the puck. Skates it into the middle of the ice. Amidst 5 players. Paige tries to backhand it in front. The goalie's in position. That puck gets past Aton, and it could be an odd man rush, but Aton gets back nicely, and he's going to pick off this pass attempt. Played back in the neutral zone. Free's going to dump this one in the offensive zone. Aton back to retrieve. Has to ring around the boards. George gets to Aton, and he just has to chip it out because he had no other choice. Sarah back to retrieve. Up the boards to Lee. Skated quickly into the offensive zone by George. He gets stick check off the puck. And now he gets it back. He gets past the first defender, but not the second. The puck gets back to him. Tries to pass in front. The goalie's down and makes a good save. Boy, George had an opportunity there to backhand that one on net, and he tried to make a pass. The defender read that very well. We have less than 3 minutes left in the second period. 5-2 in favor of the Coplans. One back. Flipped out of the zone into the neutral zone, and now it's skated in by the Coplans. That one does not pass the blue line. Skated and turning there. That one gets out. This one is not going to be an icing, as it didn't get deep enough. This one gets past Michael, and now it's another opportunity here. That shot attempt was just missed. Stick battle there. Coplans win it, and they retrieve the puck on the far side. And there's a penalty coming up, it appears. And it looks like it's going to be on the Coplans. And sure enough, the Eagles will get an opportunity to get back into this game late in the second period. Clearly not a fan of the call, but he'll protest as much as he wants. He's going to go sit for 2.5 minutes. There's 1:10 left in the second period, so the carryover time will apply. And now it looks like it's going to be a breakaway opportunity here for the Coplans, and they miss the shot attempt. That one is shot, and that's a great save by the goalie. Again, sloppy puck handling is costing the Eagles chances in offensive zone time. But now they skate in 4-on-3. Page loses the puck, and it's cleared once again. They're just on the gas. They got their foot on the gas, the Coplans do, and they're pressuring every opportunity they get. And this one is not going to be an icing. And that one is slipped out, and now all of a sudden it's a clear-cut breakaway. This is to make the lead 4. Another terrific save by the netminder. Puck is still behind the net. 20 seconds left in the period. Skated up quickly. Stretch it up to George. 10 seconds left. Played in the middle, and a shot is stopped. One more opportunity here. George in the corner. Tries to pass, and that is the end of the period. So the Coplans build themselves a 5-2 lead. After leading 3-2 in the first, now have scored 2 more goals. They've scored 5 unanswered in this game, and are 1 period away from forcing a game 3. There will be 1 minute and 20 seconds left of carryover power play time for the Emory Eagles. And in case you're just joining us, the Eagles built themselves a 2-0 lead less than 5 minutes into this game, and have allowed 5 unanswered goals. And if you've been watching, there's been some questionable puck handling and puck decisions that have cost the Eagles a couple of plays and a couple of goals too. So they need to really regroup themselves and look themselves in the mirror, and they have 25 minutes to get themselves back in this game. Ovechkin breaking the goal-scoring record held by Wayne Gretzky in a 4-1 loss to the Islanders earlier today. A record that has never been broken for 31 years has just been broken today. And on the same day, we witnessed this game between the Eagles and the Coplans. Eagles on a 1 minute 10 second power play, carried over from the second period. And the goaltender's going to have to freeze that one with the amazing speed by the Coplans. The Coplans have had speed and they've had energy coming up the ice. And they've really forced the Eagles to really be on their heels since the 10-minute mark of the first period. Now George is going to stick up the ice quickly. It's an odd man rush. George tries to get that pass across, but the defender was in the way. George gets it back. And he's pinned on the boards again. And now it's the Eagles. Copland's turn to play it up the boards, but it's not out. Played it Cron. Now it's played to the far side. Shot attempt. Oh, that was a great pass attempt, but that one, I believe, was blocked by the defender. It looked like number 9 in a wide open net and almost had a second goal of the game. That shot goes high, off the stick and high. Played behind the net on the other side, and now number 20 is going to get it for the Coplands, and he'll just shoot it down the ice. And the power play comes to an end, and that puck almost goes in. As another sloppy puck decision by the goaltender nearly cost them a 6th goal. Skated out. That shot goes off a stick, shaft of the defender's stick, and it's going to be frozen by the netminder. Both teams will change up. You gotta wonder if maybe there's some fatigue on the Eagles because they only got 5 on the ice, 5 on the bench. That one is covered up once again. Another face-off will be on the near side. Michael backhands it in deep. Page there. He's going to try and stuff it in. It went between the pads from behind the net, but it's frozen. Or at least it looked like that from the angle that I was standing at. Now the face-off will be on the near side this time. One back. Up the boards. Tough pass attempt, and now the Coplands will skate it up the ice. 7 will gain the offensive zone. A lot of ice for him to skate into that, by the way. That is cleared out. Regrouping now are the Coplands. Stretching into the neutral ice. Sarah back to pick it up. And will not be able to gain the offensive zone. A high foot pass. Picked up by the Coplands. 7 gets in. Shoots that one wide. Far side. Played back into the corner. Sarah in stick battle there. She wins it but doesn't get it out. We've heard that a lot. That long shot is played to 12, and he shoots that one just wide. Boy, he had a great look there. Had lots of room on that near side. Stretched out. No icing. Looks like the Eagles had too many men on the ice. I think the Copland bench was calling for that. Leon will skate into the offensive zone with speed. Goes to the corner, goes to the circles, tries to make a pass attempt. That was read nicely by number 6. In the corner here, 8 on left circle. Shoot that was going wide, but it went off the leg. Sarah shoots that one, and it's going to be flipped out. And is this going to be a penalty? I think it went to the benches, so it's probably going to be a penalty. But it will be an offensive zone face-off with the Eagles. With 20 minutes left to go in the third period. Eagles down by 3. 1 into the near corner. Passed out in front. That was blocked. And this one is going to make its way out. And now the Goblins will gain in offensive zone territory. That's a good shot and a good save. Aton fails to clear the puck. The 18 is left wide open. 21 fans on it. He was wide open in the slot, but now it's another chance, and they score! Number 6 gets his second of this game. And another failed clear attempt ends up in the net. And that's 6 unanswered goals for the Goblins as they look to force a game 3 and are 19 minutes away from doing just that. Skating in there. George gets the puck. Shoots that one, is blocked. Number 6, who just scored moments ago, stretches out, and now it's a 2-on-1, but I don't think the player was realized that. If he chipped the puck instead of skating it up. If he would have skated up, it would have been a 2-on-1. Clear cut. Now the Eagles have the offensive zone possession. That one shot goes wide, and it's going to come out of the zone. Michael back to retrieve. Passes to George. Gains the zone. Gets past the second defender. Gets past the third. And he scores! That was an absolutely beauty. What a beauty by George to cut the lead from 4-3. And now it's a 6-3 lead. George somehow get past not 1, not 2, but 3 defenders. And the Eagles now have 17:45 to work with to get 3 goals. Hopefully that can be a momentum swinger. This one almost goes over the glass. And it's offside. It's an offside. In case you missed it, today marks a historic day in hockey history. Alex Ovechkin passes Wayne Gretzky, scoring his 895th goal against the Islanders in a 4-1 losing effort. Page skates it in. Shoots it. That one just missed. Played back to the point. Sarah's there. Flings it, and now it looks going to be a 2-on-1. Aton back. That's a shot. What a great glove save there. That one was shooting well to the near side, and the goalie just grabbed it with the glove. Clear back out. Regrouping are the Goblins. They will skate it once again into the offensive zone. Shot blocked by Aton. That was a good block there. Page retrieves. Avoids 2 sticks. And we got a penalty coming up. And it's in the Eagles are getting the power play. And the call looks like it's going to be a slash on number 11. And it's 2 penalties, so it's a 5-minute power play. So the Eagles have a major opportunity to get back into this game now. So a rough and a slash, if I got the calls correct. But they are running out of time, and they need to score. They have 5 minutes of power play time to work with. George, Michael, Aton, number 9, and number 88 on the ice for the Eagles. This one is failed clear attempt. George in the middle of the ice. Passes. Tries to get it back to George. It's played back to the point. That's a hard slap shot. It hits someone in front. 88's back at the point. George fans on this one-timer attempt. It's blocked off in the corner. And now it's going to be shot down the ice. But Aton actually manages to keep it in. Number 9 there. Pass was well read there. But the puck pass still gets to George. 88 has to handle a bouncing puck. Number 9 plays out to George. Number 9 Gets to the front of the net. Backhanded there by Michael. Can't get the puck to the net. Good sticks in front of the net. Still, there's a battle going on. George shoots that one, and that one just missed. Boy, it is chaos in front of that net. George is now in the corner battle. Now there's two guys converging to him. Aton gets the puck on the left point. Passes that puck. That was dangerous. That could have led to an odd man rush. Now that one's blocked. Aton gets it back. He's going to try a one-timer. That was easily blocked. And this one is going to be flung down the ice. 3 minutes and 40 seconds left to work with on this power play. 14 minutes left in this game. Aton being hounded. Skates it up the ice. That pass was extremely well read. Great block there by Aton to avoid defensive zone time. George skates in the offensive zone. He shoots that. That was a great save. Great save by the goaltender off a terrific rush up the ice by George. 3:10 to work with on the power play. 13 and a half minutes left in this game. It is 6-3 in favor of the Coplans. George stays on. Aton stays on. Number 9 stays on. Paige jumps out there. And Sarah jumps out there. So, second unit's going to get some looks here. Sarah does a good job of keeping this one in. Missed by number 9. And Coplans are just going to try and fire this one out. And George gets it back, but it's taken back by the Coplans, and they clear. Sarah loses the puck, and it's going to be a breakaway here. Shot over the net. Boy, Sarah loses the puck, and that leads to a clear-cut breakaway. Well, you got to move your feet in that situation. Circling back is Aton. 2:13 left on the power play. 12 and a half in the game. Skated quickly into the offensive zone by number 9. Throws a shot that is covered. 2 minutes left on the 5-minute power play. Another face-off on the far side. Face-off one, and the Coplans will skate it behind the net, and they will get it back down the ice once again. Regrouping is Sarah in 88. Let's see if he can build up some speed here as he charges zone. And he sure is flying as he gains one line and the next. Drops it to George. He loses the puck as he gets checked off the net. Puck is played and cleared once again. Paige hustles, wins the puck, gets it behind the net. Going back around the boards, kept in to Paige. Paige holds on the left circle. Left point to number 88. Sarah holds it, shoots that one, and it gets cleared. Just 35 seconds left on the 5-minute power play. Doesn't look like the Eagles have been able to generate a grade 8 opportunity yet. As 88 put himself offside because of a strong stick check, and that might just about do it for this 5-minute power play. You don't see 5-minute power plays happen very often, but terrific penalty kill, terrific sticks by the Copland defenders and forwards to thwart any opportunities. Face-off, puck goes into the offensive zone. The power play is over. George skates it in the offensive zone with some speed. Shoots that one, just missed the near post. Michael keeps it in. Puck played in the corner. 20 in a stick battle of 76. 76 gets the puck. Skated to the far side. Plays it up the boards. Sarah does a great job of keeping it in. And now it's an odd man rush in front of the net. 21 tries to pass it to George. Skated back up. And once again, Sarah keeps it in. but can't contain the body. And now it's going to be a 2-on-1. 18 for Copeland shoots that one. Michael gets a stick on it. Goes into the near corner. Played across to 21 Copeland. 21 Eagles gets it back. Will skates it up. Gets stick checked. George regroups at neutral ice. Gets the puck past the first player, but not the second. And another odd man rush into the offensive zone. 11 gets it. It's in front of the net. They couldn't get it on the net. Lemon shot in front, and it's tipped in. It is a tipped in. 11 shot it. 21 got a stick on it, and it somehow got underneath the pad. And it is 7-3 with 8:42 left in this game. So a terrific penalty kill leads to another 4-goal lead. And the Copland's that close from forcing a sudden death game 3. $8:15 left in this game. Copland's in control. Since the Eagles were up by 2 goals, Copland's have really controlled the play. Eagles have been sloppy with the puck. They've struggled to move the puck up the ice. They've struggled to get basic clears, and it's cost them. They've had some good chances, too. Aton makes a nice dash up the ice. Page shoots. Frozen. And we're getting an offensive faceoff with 7.5 minutes left in this third period. Face-off controlled by number 9. Plays it. Tries to center in front. Puck got past 2 players. Then turned over. Shot there. Another block. We've not been afraid to block, the Copelands have. Aton on the right point. Plays it into the far corner. Tries to do a give and go. Number 9 skates it behind the net. Looks for some open ice. That one gets blocked. And this one is on the blue line, and it doesn't get out. Number 9 in control of the puck. Aton does a terrific job of keeping that play in at the blue line. And he got the puck here at the left point. Plays it to 88. That one goes off a skate and into the corner. And the Coplands will be able to retrieve it. And it gets out this time. 6.5 minutes left in the third period. 7-3 for the Coplands. And now great movement. It's going to be a breakaway here. Number 7 in here. In the backhand. What a save! What a save by the netminder. Keeping the Eagles still in an opportunity to pull off a miraculous comeback. There are 6 minutes left in the third period. 7-3 Coplands. Trying to stave off elimination. Number 21 gets a stick knocked out of his hands. No call. Looked to me like there should have been a call. That one is not cleared. But they regain possession. And number 21 is forced along the boards. They get barely over the blue line. The puck is back in the offensive zone once again. It's delayed offside. Controlled there by Michael. Skates it up. Gets past the first forward. Doesn't get the puck in deep, and it's forced back out into the defensive zone. 5 minutes left in the third period. Another failed clear attempt. Number 19 picks it up along the far boards. Plays it back to the left point. Kept in there. George is able to clear, and it's an offside with 5 minutes left in this third period. Eagles still a little sloppy as far as getting pucks out of their own end. George gains his own. Gets past 2 defenders. What a save! The goalie makes a save. The Copland's bench erupts in amazement as George almost got himself his second beautiful goal of the game. George wins the faceoff, plays it to himself, now plays it along the boards. Give and go didn't work. Another great stick battle. Another great read with the stick. And this is going to be an icing call with 4.5 minutes left. So now in the last 5 minutes of this game, the time is not continuous. So we are stuck at 4:34. So the last 4 minutes and 34 minutes will be played with stoppages. George is coming off the ice here, replaced by Page. George had a great opportunity moments ago and just missed. Page in the slot, stick checked away. They cannot get past the defender that's in the slot. Page gets it back, stumbles, able to play it to number 21, loses it in his skates. And another board battle here that appears to be in the advantage of the Coplands here. And they get the puck here. They don't get up. Still along the boards. Now it's up. And it's turned over here. 20 gets a shot. Goes wide. Might have been looking for a Page tip. Didn't get it. Played up once again. And another break into the offensive zone. Number 6 skates it in. He has 2 goals tonight. Now another opportunity here. He could have pulled the trigger. AT did. And there's a shot, a great save. And that's a score. Number 20 gets this one with 3:41 left. It is 8-3, and that should put this one away. As the Coplands are 3 minutes and 41 seconds away from forcing a Game 3. They faced adversity early in this game, falling in an 0-2 hole, and they have scored 7 of the last 8 goals. I beg your pardon, 8 of the last 9 goals. George carries it into the zone. Couldn't get a shot away. Back the other way, it's another 2-on-1. Aton blocks that. Oh, that one just missed. That was actually a pass attempt, but somehow actually barely missed the net. But again, the Eagles struggle to move the puck up out of the zone in the defensive zone with possession. And the Coplands sustain the pressure with 2 minutes and 50 seconds. They have not taken their foot off the gas pedal since the 10-minute mark of the first period. There's a shot that gets tipped wide, played on the near corner. And they'll skate up by Lee. Now it's a 2-on-1 for the Eagles. 88 with 9 carries it in the offensive zone. They're going to look to shoot. That was another great save by the netminder. The Coplands netminder has been terrific in this game since the 5 minutes into the second period. There are 2.5 minutes to go in this game. 5-goal lead for the Coplands. Patrolling is number 9. George passed it to 88. 9 gets tripped. No call. Second missed call in this third period. This puck is going to come all the way down the ice. No icing here. No icing here. And the Coplands are going to get to this one first. And 88, another mishandle in the defensive zone prevents a clear. But now George pulls it up. Aton skates in the offensive zone. Has a great look and another great save. That was a great shot there by Aton. But the goaltender, Coplands netminder, who has been terrific in this game, makes another great save. 1 minute and 50 seconds left in this third period. Kept in there. But number 20, who has just scored moments ago, gets the puck. George takes it back, reverses it. A-Town wasn't ready. He has to just chip it up the boards. And George gets the puck once again. Number 9's in there. And number 20 gets the puck back for Coplins and skates it up the ice. No pressure on him whatsoever. That's something we haven't really seen much of in this game. And he gets a shot. That was a good shot, but it went just wide. Far side is another team. He shoots that one. That gets all the way through on net. And A-Town is going to circle back in behind the net. And a turnover. We've said that a lot of times. And now number 9 skates it out with 1 final minute left in this game. Page off the bench. Shoots that one, just missed. So there will be a game 3 between these two teams, as the Coplins score 6 unanswered goals between the first and second periods. And now have an 8-3 lead. And are going to force a game 3. As more offensive zone pressure, as they've dominated the play throughout most of this game. Skated up with 19 seconds left. Page holds the puck, shoots that one over the net. One more shot attempt, and this one is going to be cleared, and it comes out of the zone. And that is going to do it for this game. The Coplins survive. They win game 2 by a final score of 8-3. The Eagles built themselves a 2-0 lead in the first 5 minutes of the first period and allow 6 unanswered goals. And that ends up being the difference in this game. And they really struggled in their defensive zone with handling the puck and passing the puck, getting clears, and it cost them a few goals. And there's going to be a game 3 between these two teams. We'll give one more shout out here to Alex Ovechkin for breaking Wayne Gretzky's goal scoring record earlier today, scoring his 895th goal. So this game, not favoring the Eagles, but they'll look to turn it around in game 3. So there's obviously a lot of work for them to do. And hopefully I will be here to commentate game 3. So we'd like to thank every single one of you guys who tuned into this game today. And we'll hopefully get the privilege and opportunity to see you guys for game 3. Final score, 8-3 Coplins.